I want you to picture this. It's a crisp autumn morning, the air cool against your cheeks, and you're sitting by a quiet lake with a warm cup of tea in your hands. On the bench next to you sits Robert, 74, a fisherman who spent his whole life at sea. He says, "Doc, these days I just don't have the strength to pull in the nets like I used to. My arms tire so quickly and my legs ache." When I asked about his diet, I realized he hadn't eaten fatty fish in months, foods that used to be a staple at his table. Salmon, mackerel, sardines. They're not just delicious, they're nature's treasure for your muscles. They're rich in omega-3 fatty acids, healthy fats that quietly fight inflammation in the body, the kind of slow-burning inflammation that weakens your muscles over time without you even noticing. Omega-3s also improve circulation, carrying oxygen and nutrients deep into your muscle fibers so they can perform at their best. And here's the magic: omega-3 makes your muscles more sensitive to protein, meaning the protein you eat is used more effectively to repair and rebuild muscle. After just a few months of adding fatty fish back into his meals 2 or 3 times a week, Robert told me now I can pull in my nets without my arms shaking. You see, sometimes strength doesn't just come from the gym, it starts with the small choices you make at the dinner table. And if you can't remember the last time you had salmon, maybe it's time to bring it back. Now think back to a night when you were lying in bed perfectly still and suddenly your calf seized up with a sharp cramping pain that forced you to jump out and massage it. One of my patients, Helen, 68, suffered through this almost every night. When I reviewed her diet, I saw she was barely eating any dark leafy greens like kale bok choy or spinach. These humble vegetables carry a golden trio of minerals for muscle health: magnesium, potassium, and calcium. Magnesium relaxes your muscles after every contraction. Potassium keeps the electrical signals flowing smoothly between your nerves and muscles. And calcium makes sure every muscle contraction is strong and coordinated. If you're missing even one, your muscles can easily lock up, especially at night. Here's something most people don't know. Dark leafy greens also contain folate and tryptophan nutrients that help your body produce serotonin and melatonin. Those aren't just mood and sleep hormones, they help your muscles recover deeply overnight. Once Helen started adding a serving of steamed or lightly sautéed greens to her dinner, along with a drizzle of olive oil to help absorb vitamins, she began sleeping through the night with almost no cramps at all. So if nighttime cramps or restless sleep are bothering you, the answer might be much closer than you think, right there on your plate of greens. I remember Robert, this time a different Robert, 72, telling me, "Doc, I eat my meals, but every time I walk for too long or stand cooking in the kitchen, my legs feel like they're about to cramp." When I looked deeper, I found he almost never ate nuts, those tiny powerhouses that work like a natural muscle and nerve tonic. Almonds, pumpkin seeds, chia seeds. They may look small, but they're loaded with magnesium, a mineral that helps your muscles relax after they contract, calming down overactive muscle fibers. They're also rich in zinc, which helps your body use protein more efficiently and supports your immune system, an essential partner in muscle recovery. And the plant-based omega-3s in chia or flax seeds. They help reduce inflammation and protect those delicate neuromuscular junctions, the wiring that carries messages from your brain to your muscles. I often tell my patients to start simple, just a small handful of mixed nuts each day, maybe sprinkled over yogurt or tossed into a salad. For Robert, after just over a month of doing this, his leg cramps almost completely disappeared, and he told me his legs felt lighter on his afternoon walks. Sometimes these tiny changes are really your body's way of saying, "I know you're still taking care of me." I still remember Helen, 70, who came to me, worried, "Doctor, I've been getting these night cramps and I can't sleep well." Looking at her daily meals, I saw she hadn't eaten eggs for years, afraid of cholesterol. But science has changed. Moderate egg consumption is not only safe for most older adults, it's a gift for your muscles and nerves. Eggs are a complete protein containing all 9 essential amino acids, the building blocks your body needs to repair and rebuild muscle fibers. The yolk is rich in vitamin D, which boosts calcium absorption and supports strong muscle contractions. And then there's B12 and choline, like maintenance workers for your nervous system, keeping the signal from your brain to your muscles quick and accurate, lowering the risk of sudden cramps. I suggested Helen add a boiled egg to her breakfast a few times a week. 2 months later, she told me, "I'm sleeping deeper now, and my legs don't ache in the mornings like before." Sometimes, just one small tweak to your plate is enough for your muscles and nerves to quietly thank you every day. Then there's James, 66, who I met at a community nutrition talk. He liked to joke, "Healthy food is just too expensive." But when I reviewed his meals, I saw he had almost completely skipped legumes, a treasure chest of affordable nutrition. Lentils, chickpeas, black beans. They're excellent plant-based proteins more than capable of nourishing muscles without the cost of red meat. They're rich in fiber to keep the gut healthy because good digestion means better nutrient absorption for your muscles. And the magnesium in beans, it's a quiet hero in preventing those nighttime cramps so many older adults deal with. I told James to simply add 1 cup of cooked beans to lunch or dinner a few times a week. 3 months later, he came back smiling, "Doc, I'm saving money, sleeping better, and no more leg cramps." Sometimes strength and comfort come from the simple things we've been overlooking. Now picture this. A warm summer morning and Helen, this time 72, walks into my clinic with her gentle smile, but says, "Doctor, I've been waking up at night with my legs cramping so badly it pulls me out of sleep." Looking at her diet, I saw she was barely eating potassium-rich fruits, especially bananas. Bananas may seem like just a quick snack, but they're a natural electrolyte storehouse packed with potassium, magnesium, and vitamin B6, the trio that keeps your muscles contracting and relaxing smoothly, stopping those sudden painful spasms. Potassium keeps nerve signals steady, magnesium relaxes your muscles after they work, and vitamin B6 fine-tunes the communication between brain and muscle so every movement feels more fluid. I told Helen to try eating 1 banana every afternoon paired with a glass of water or a few almonds to help keep her blood sugar steady. Just a few weeks later, she said, "I'm sleeping more deeply at night and my legs don't ache in the morning anymore." Sometimes the key to a peaceful night's sleep and stronger legs can be as simple as a ripe golden banana. I also remember Martin, 74, who once told me, "Doctor, I sleep so restlessly and I often get cramps at night. Sometimes I'm in the middle of a good dream and wake up clutching my calf." When we dug deeper, I found he was drinking very little milk or eating dairy products at all. You see, milk isn't just a drink from childhood. For those over 60, it's a power trio: calcium to keep muscles and bones strong, vitamin D to help your body absorb that calcium, and high-quality protein to feed every muscle fiber. On top of that, milk contains tryptophan, an amino acid that helps your brain produce serotonin and melatonin, promoting deeper sleep and relaxed muscles. I suggested Martin build the habit of drinking a warm glass of milk before bed, plus adding unsweetened yogurt to his snacks. After a month, he returned with a brighter look and said, "I'm sleeping straight through the night and my legs feel lighter in the morning." Sometimes just a single glass of milk in the evening can give your muscles more strength and your mind a more peaceful night's rest. You know, after more than 30 years working with people over 60, I've realized that good health doesn't come from complicated routines or far-off solutions. It comes from small, consistent choices, nutritious meals, gentle exercise, and restful sleep. Your body is like a lifelong companion. If you care for it, listen to it, and nourish it well, it will carry you far, letting you enjoy life's precious moments. So don't wait until your body starts to protest. Start today. Add a serving of fatty fish to your meals. Enjoy a banana in the afternoon, or simply sip a warm glass of milk before bed. Each choice is a building block toward a future that's strong, independent, and full of energy. And if what I've shared today resonates with you, pass it along to someone you care about. Who knows, maybe this one video could be the spark they need to begin their own journey of self-care.